It's Lasbrey, Junior, Akamike, owner, CEO of Kedu TV, Jumbo to the Media, and you're watching Stuck in the Middle podcast.
Man, it's like in the podcast.
Uh-huh.
Why you always say that?
It just it sounds very cool, man. It sounds very cool.
That's like I've noticed that. That's like a thing you've been saying the past. Like,
I've always said that, actually.
yeah. I just really noticed it. Really. But how's your week been going on, man?
Man, the week been dope.
Or the weekend?
Man.
Yeah. Whoa.
The week been finally done with my master's program. Fam.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you, man.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Finally done with
In
it.
what?
Cybersecurity, fam.
Hey, big bag. Big bag.
Hey.
When you secure your first check, just come and give me a father. For all the software to send you to school.
No, very quiet. Be very quiet. How's your weekend?
Nah, man, say I just dropped a new video, Temptation, featuring my homeboy JOT. It's doing well right now.
Dope visuals, by the way.
Appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, man.
Appreciate it, man. Yeah, we're gonna start promoting that, come Monday. So excited to see where it goes. But yeah, blessed. Yes, sir. Blessed.
It was really clean, I mean, I like the concept, everything with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. So, yo, tell people how to find that video, though.
Yeah, man. Just go on YouTube and type Reflex, Riflex, Temptation, featuring JOT, or just hit me on all socials. I am Reflex, and yeah, chop it up. I'm a pretty social guy, man. I can talk.
You can talk.
Yeah, so hit me up on my social media platform if you want to talk about a video. A lot of people love it, so I'm grateful.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You're hot.
Mine's
You
not
hot.
hot. But yeah, dog.
Hey, man. Speaking of, music, entertainment,
yeah.
and all whatnot. Yo, like today in the building, we have a very special guest.
I'm excited for this one. Yo.
Yeah, me too, fam. Me too. Like, there's a lot to uncover. There's a lot to uncover, a lot to learn. A lot of this episode right here, man. People better be like get major plugs if you play your cards right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's Nigerian. You know what they say about Niger people, business.
Reminiscent of Chico.
Hey, the
Shout out to Chico.
Shout out to Chico.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. He's a founder and CEO of Kedu TV and Jumbo Digitals. Ladies and gentlemen, it's none other than Lasbrey
Akamike.
Welcome to Stuck in the Middle. Welcome to Stuck in the Middle.
Thank
Sir.
you.
We didn't butcher the name.
We didn't
right?
butcher your name, right?
A little bit.
Hey,
Let the people know the real
It's
name.
Lasbrey, Junior, Akamike. So
Akamike.
I'm Lasbrey the second.
who
the
was
first?
first? Your dad.
My dad.
Lasbrey.
And there's a third.
And that's who's your brother?
My son.
Oh, okay. Hey. So it's just a family
It's just
thing. It's
going
just passing
down.
down.
Just,
Yeah. His son is gonna be Lasbrey.
I don't know.
The
That's up to him.
That's up to him. Was he born here?
Yes.
So it's kind of like, is you saying that's up to him? Is that the culture being that you've moved here, or because
No.
usually if you was raised in Nigeria, you probably would have kept that tradition.
Maybe I don't know. Actually, it was more of an influence by my wife. She liked my name, and she hoped that my son could have it. So we discussed about that before we got married.
Yeah.
And she was like saying that, what do I think about it? And I was like, left to me, it's okay.
It's whatever.
Yeah, it doesn't disturb me as long as it's cool with my dad. Then that'll be okay with me. So when we finally had the son and we named him Lasbrey the third, it was just all right. But they were not asking. A lot of family members were asking that, would you let your son, child, also be called Lasbrey the fourth? I'm like, that's not my problem.
Yeah. You played your part already.
That's not my problem, man. That's his problem. not
Yeah,
mine.
yeah.
But for people watching right now, people, watching, I didn't know until, we stumbled upon your profile. So please tell the listeners who Lasbrey is.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I'll start like this. Lasbrey Jr., I was born in Nigeria by two cultured ethnicities. That's my mom is Yoruba, my dad is Igbo. And I was raised in Nigeria till I think I was like 16 or 17, and traveled a lot with my parents. Then at the age of 22, I moved to the United Kingdom. and I stayed in the UK for a pretty long
I
time.
was wondering, like, I hear a little bit of hints of like UK in your accent.
The accent,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, I actually had to lose it. It's a long story, but I can make it short.
No, we got time.
Okay. Okay, let's jump to that one then. When I went to Nigeria on a holiday that I ended up spending 2 years, I went on a holiday, but I enjoyed it so much, so I stayed 2 years straight on. My uncle, at that time, the kidnapping was rampant.
Oh, yeah.
So my British accent was so bad, I couldn't even pronounce some certain words like without sounding like I don't even know what I'm saying. So my uncle had to start warning me that, look, I don't have money for 2 million or 3 million naira to start getting you out of
bail,
you know what I mean?
yeah,
Your parents are not here to bail you out.
Man.
You know what I mean? So you have to find some way to lose the accent. So it took me 2 years to lose the accent, start speaking pidgin, start speaking Nigerian accent, so I could lose the accent.
So you went to Britain very early.
The funny thing was that I picked up British accent weirdly as an adult, which is strange because most people don't pick up accents when you've passed a certain age.
That's true.
Because every single person I was with were white.
Yeah.
So all the people I know were white. So a lot of the times when I was speaking, they always corrected my pronunciations, and they were like, "No, don't pronounce it like this.
Right.
Pronounce it like that." And one day, when even one of them told me like, "Now you're speaking like us," I was like, "I still couldn't say it." When I got back to Nigeria, that's when I could say that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
When you're in your peers, you won't really tell.
Yeah, that's true.
When you're now with people that have other accents, then you can start telling. Yeah. So
Yeah, man.
that was that.
How did sorry, I'm like, how did Nigeria? Because I'm only asking this because I know somebody who lost their life, in the kidnappings that was rampant in Nigeria back in the 2007, 8, 9. How did Nigeria dig itself out of that? And is it?
I actually don't know because I don't know. I never experienced it. It's just something I heard. So I don't have any concrete proof to say, oh, I know someone or heard of someone that got taken. So it's only what we hear on social medias that so I can say yes, Nigeria does kidnapping, is known for kidnapping.
Yeah.
So I can't really.
Yeah, not to get confused that Nigeria is known for. I just know somebody who lost their life actually. Who was traveling to
Yeah.
Okay.
But who is Lasbrey?
Okay. Lasbrey Jr. So as I said earlier, my mom is half Igbo. My mom is Yoruba. My dad is Igbo. So I'm half Igbo, half Yoruba. And raised partly in Nigeria and raised partly in the United Kingdom and spend the rest of my life now in the United States. And so basically, I went to school for a bit of a while, then I stopped. I didn't go to university for a very long time. I started university when I was in England, online courses. So, but while I was in the UK, I was a DJ. So I performed in a lot of remarkable places, DJed with some remarkable DJs as well in festivals, outdoor concerts, and the UK is known for its big outdoor festivals, and the way they party in the UK is not the same. No, it's really not. Everybody's a little bit uptight.
Oh
yeah, man. In the UK, it's like it's freedom to just have fun.
Yeah, like outdoor. I don't like. There's not a lot of outdoor parties here.
No, there's nah.
Yeah, even in the summertime, you might have a cookout, here and there, but people don't really.
Summertime, the things like some festivals now are starting to trying to pick up, but like a lot of outdoor festivals in the UK, we'll say probably like almost close to 60% of them are free, and a few of them are paying. So the vendors kind of carry the weight, but the very big outdoor festivals are paying to get in. So the UK community and the system already knows this, and they organize it in a way that there's security, there's all those kind of stuff. So you can buy your tickets online and just go to the festival and stay there for like 2-3 days. Sometimes it's like a whole weekend. You start from Thursday and you go all the way to Sunday.
That is crazy.
You
And you
camp
would
out.
you would DJ at like events
Yeah,
like that.
DJ in those kind
And so
of
you were
events,
like, what was
yeah.
your DJ name?
LJ. That's
LJ,
how-
DJ LJ.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So you just have your backpack with your tent in it, and
Yeah.
your food, and
Sheesh.
your stuff in it, and your gas cooker.
Party.
And people just camp out there.
Oh yeah, yeah. We camp out there. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
You know what I mean, it was amazing.
Yeah.
It was really amazing.
Man.
I really enjoyed my time. And after that, I went to Nigeria. My parents wanted me to get back in touch with Nigeria because I've been gone for too long. And so I went back there to just say, let me go check it out for like probably like a couple of weeks or 2 weeks, then go back to the UK. But when I got there, my cousin was like, oh man, you're a DJ, so why don't you just might as well come check out Afrobeat?
Yeah,
because
yeah,
I don't used to do Afrobeat. I
Right.
never knew of Afrobeat. You know what I mean? I was more of a, what do you call it? I was more of
Like a house.
I was, house.
Grime music.
Yeah, I was more of
Yeah,
house,
yeah.
grime music, all those kind of things, DJ. So I knew more like saying that, oh yeah, let me perform to house fans,
Yeah,
which
yeah,
are
yeah.
predominantly white. You know what I mean? So when I got back to Nigeria, it was hard for me to say that, look, what is Afrobeat? So I
Yeah.
had to basically
When was this? What was this? Yeah, that's what Afrobeat was like taking off.
Yeah. So I didn't know of Afrobeat. So I now was like, okay, what am I gonna do with this? So my cousin was like, check it out. Just
Yeah.
check it out. There's no hard feelings. So I was like, okay, you know what? Because that was ending of 2009 or thereabout. So I now said, okay, look, I'm gonna listen to it. If I like it,
Eish.
then I'll work with it. If I don't, I won't work with it.
Uh-huh.
So he was like, okay, listen to it. So I listened to it and then, because I brought some of my equipment with me, so within an hour, I was able to mix it. So he now got me a radio interview at Ibadan, Splash FM. And we went there, and from there, as we were driving back, he was so excited. We were listening to Rainbow FM on our way back. So he was like, then and I heard Kenny Ogungbe's voice on the radio. He's kind of one of the icons of entertainment in Nigeria. So I had a friend who was a DJ in the UK. They call him Oyibo DJ. But he DJs Afrobeat.
Yeah.
I just know him. We hang out, but I never knew that he was an Afrobeat DJ.
DJ, yeah.
I never paid attention to him. Let me just put it that way. So and I said, oh yeah, that my friend knows this guy. You know what I'm saying? Then my cousin was like, let's go to the studio. I said, are you crazy? How could we just drive into a radio studio without no appointment? So he was like, no, we could do it. Like, let's just go. Don't worry, leave it to me. I was like, okay. So we drove to the gate. So as we got to the gate, the gate man or security was there. And he was like, who you looking for? I said, he just bent down to the side and was like, there's a DJ from the UK, you know what I'm saying? He's here to come and see Kenny Ogungbe. So I think he just heard UK, Kenny Ogungbe, he's in the building.
Yeah.
Okay, so he opened the gates. You know what I mean? So when he opened the gates and we drove in my mind, I was like, oh my God, this guy, what's wrong with you?
Right.
How did you get us in? Then we got in, I sat down in the reception, and next thing they called Kenny, and when Kenny was done with what he was doing, he came down. So he sat beside me. I was like, yo, what's up? And I told I'm like, you're not going to bring okay, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, oh, and I told him that, look, DJ Jam Jam is a friend of mine, and he knows about, you know what I mean? So well, okay, no problem. So he said, you know what? Introduced me to DJ Vinny, and he said, you just come and DJ at the studio. It's Eve. I was like, whoa.
Big night.
Just like that.
Whoa.
Big
Just like
night.
that. It was like, yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? I was like, okay. So I went. Never DJed Afrobeat in my life. I just went to their nearby stores,
Yeah.
picked up some Afrobeat CDs, was listening to it on the way there. But luckily for me, I brought some of my CD rack with me. So all I just thought about was that I'm going to be mixing funky house, commercial house, and Afrobeat. You know what I mean? So that was what was in my mind. And as we got there, I stepped in there and boom, that's what I was doing. And I remember there was a DJ called DJ Bombastic. He was in another room and there was like another DJ that had a tattoo on his face. So he was in another room as well. So all of a sudden, when I was DJing, I think I must have got their attention because you can hear music.
Yeah.
They now all came in and they were looking at me through the sensors.
DJ booth,
DJ booth window. And when there was now a break in commercial, they were like, "Oh my God, who are you, man? Who are you, man? Who are you?" I was like, I introduced myself. They're like, "Oh my God, man, we've never seen a mix of Afrobeat and funky house and commercial house all blended in together. Like it was really something unique, you know." So they were really pleased about it, and they were like, "Would you like to come have a sit down with the director?" I like, yeah. So we booked an appointment, I think after New Year's, but unfortunately for me, I caught a very bad illness. I got the measles.
Oh.
So my entire skin, face, body was all messed up.
Yeah.
My mind never went to radio because I was like in the worst point of my life right there, and I didn't even call to even say, "Oh, sorry, I can't make the appointment" or anything like that. So, but when I finally could speak after 2 weeks, then I picked up the phone and I called DJ Vinny, but he was like, "Your slot is gone, and since we didn't hear from you, so we thought that you were not interested."
Right.
And I was like, "Okay, it's all good then." So that's how that left. And then my mom was like, "It's okay, you know what I mean? Stuff like that happened." And I met my wife there in Nigeria, and I just decided to relocate and just face IT. And that was just it. So when I came here, I was like, I'm a business guy, man. This IT work thing is boring.
Yo, for real. Yeah.
Like, I just did go school, man.
Yeah. And when you finish, it's work day after day.
I was like, I'm going to not be doing a 9 to 5, man. Like, I need to start doing something, put it on the pipeline that is going to make things happen. So I tried first applying to radio stations here, and nobody was accepting it because no Afrobeat on radio.
But especially 2010, 11. Yeah.
So now I came in 2012.
Oh, okay.
So I came in 2 years after. So I tried, but nothing. I was like, I tried even trying to look for local African TV stations because I have experience with the African music and experience with UK music. So I thought if I could find like a TV station that promotes entertainment, African entertainment, I can bring a segment for music in there. I couldn't find any. I bumped into one, but it was in California. My mind was already thinking relocating to California. I didn't care really. So then, and I said, okay, you know what? I don't know what I'm gonna do. So that never came to my mind. So I now started kind of little videographic documentary. I was trying to create like all these African artists that comes here. Let me create a little documentary about them and things like that. And then when they were gonna do the bring back the girls match
campaign
on DC, so I was among them there. So I had my camera and I was recording the whole thing. I met some other people there, so I thought, okay, that would be probably an angle to get into, but it wasn't just it. So I was thinking, what else can I do? I've already started giving up. I've already started giving up. Then and I said, okay, so I went to Nigeria again. But this time to go visit my girlfriend, who's now my wife. I went to visit her, and I just thought, you know what, let me probably try music, get into the music industry. So I spent a lot of money and built a studio back in Nigeria. State of the art, sent in a lot of money, and I put one of my very loyal friends to to handle it. But over time, when there was more studios now popping up in people's homes, it started diminishing. But I never like depended on it. That that's going to be a goal. I just thought it's something that I could invest in.
Right.
But again, I came to the US, and I was thinking, what am I going to do until WhatsApp sold its.
To what?
It's
Who
platform.
bought it? It was Facebook. Yeah. It was Facebook who bought it. Yeah.
Until Facebook bought WhatsApp, and the table just turned.
How?
And good question. I was at home. My uncle came over, and he was like, "Yo, what are you doing with yourself, man?" You just there. You just eat your food.
Eat food.
You know what I'm saying? I was at home in the house. He came over to visit. He was like, "Yo, what you doing with yourself, man? Your mates are getting $15 million on buying apps and things. I always see you sitting inside the basement every time. What are you doing there?
What are you doing?
What are you doing in your basement? You know what I mean? You better be creating something."
Yeah, man.
And I was like, Uncle, he said, design an app now that they can buy and something. I was like, Uncle, man, I don't know. I can't think of an app right now. My head is not there. So he now said, just do something. And I said, okay, I will. So he left. And I was downstairs, and I kept on thinking, what can I do? So the only thing that came to my mind was rejection. Like, I got rejected
So many
being
times.
a DJ in the US here. I got rejected on being TV host.
Yeah.
Probably I was not a pretty boy enough or something. So I got rejected for that one. And basically everything that I did in this project of mine, all the motivation was rejection completely. Everything that cost how I started to where I am with my project, to how I expanded it, it was all due to rejection. The more I was getting rejected, the more it was making me find a means to make it my own.
Right.
You know what I mean? So the first motivation was rejection of being a host on radio or TV. I decided to make my own TV station. So I first was thinking of internet radio, but I was like, when I was in the UK, we did that internet radio thing. It didn't really pop because at the time, internet radio was not as big as it is right now. You know what I mean? So, and then internet was not that accessible to a lot of people. You know what I mean? So it's either you have a computer to be able to listen to internet radio. Otherwise, you can't.
Yeah.
So you can listen
Like
to
now,
it on your
you
phones,
carry your phone. Yeah,
you can listen to anywhere you want. You know what I mean? There was no luxury of that at that time. So internet radio to me just felt fade. So the only thing that came to my mind was TV. And since we had internet that was powerful enough to run it, so I just thought, you know what, let me have the first African music entertainment channel in the US, and I'll push it as hard as I can. And I tried that. I started it, and first of all, it was hard to accept. People didn't understand it, and people didn't even understand the name of it. So
has it always been Kedu TV?
Yes, that was my dad that named it, by the way.
Did he ever tell you why he named it that?
No, not that he never told me. I was the one that, it was a conversation. I told him, I went to visit and I told him that we're working on something. I'm working on something. And I'm trying to give it a name. Just the way Iroko TV is like significant, and the way Ibaka TV is significant.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So Iroko to me is Yoruba word. Ibaka, I can't really tell, maybe it's Hausa or whatever, but I knew it was Nigeria related. So I wanted something unique also like that, that will represent. So, because I understand Igbo, but not as much as, you know what I mean? I'm not fluent. Yeah. And my mom, I can speak Yoruba, but, when it comes to deep down Yoruba, my mom will be, so I had to sit both of them down and start saying, yo, start throwing names. So the first thing I even said was like, how do you call like the planet in Igbo and how do you call it in Yoruba? They said that like,
No, try again.
let's try something else.
Yeah.
So I kept on bringing elements, bringing a lot of things to try and find the name, but it wasn't. So I was just about to I was going to the restroom actually, and I was like, I just went to my mom and said, "How do you say hello in Yoruba?" She said, "Bao ni other."
Yeah, too much.
Yeah, I talked to my dad, how do you say hello in Yoruba? He was like, in Igbo. He was like, you can, some people just say Kedu. And I was walking, I was like, hold on, go back. What do you say? He said Kedu. I was like, how do you spell it? He said Kedu. Huh. That P ran away. I sat down there, grabbed my phone, and the first thing I did was trying to register the .com.
One time.
Then,
One time.
you don't play
Don't
that.
waste time, man.
One
You know what I
time.
mean? So I was trying to register the .com, but I couldn't because it was Kentucky Education. Kedu. You know what I mean? So it was KentuckyEducation.com that's taking it. So I was thinking, what can I do? And I know that if I make it KeduTV.com, it might be catchy, yes, but it's Kedu that was the first thing that was in my head. So I said, since it's a TV, let it just have .tv so that people will be able to know.
Yeah, branding.
It's a
Yeah.
TV.
Branding, yeah.
So I just called it Kedu.tv. You know what I mean? So instead of Kedu TV, it took a while. A lot of people were thinking it was KeduTV.com, but I was like, no, it's Kedu because that's a name.
.tv.
.tv.
Kedu TV just happens to be that because it's a TV, so yeah, but it's Kedu.tv. So then I got that. Luckily for me, it was available, so I bought it right there with my money. Small change I get.
Small savings.
So
How's your uncle now? Like,
oh, my uncle, he's like, how can I say it? He's really impressed to the point that he even had to like buy me some devices that, bros, continue. Like, you know, he was really impressed, you know, especially when I was trying to expand the studio and I was trying to get double monitors and everything. So it was towards a Black Friday and I was just at home one of those Black Fridays. He just came and said, here's a monitor. I'm like, man, that's amazing. So I took it, I hung it on the wall again so I can have like multiple screens while I'm working and working. In the
so you
studio.
built this thing up from scratch yourself?
Yes, with the whole programming and everything. Yeah.
Man, how many you operate? You got a channel like on TV people can flip.
Okay, that's another story.
Yeah. I was trying to finish with this, you know, the Kedu TV part first before we even jump into Jumbo Digital.
You know what I mean?
Two
That's
different
another
things.
story. You know what I mean? So then from there, I started looking for, okay, how am I going to push Kedu TV that people would know it? So the first thing I did, I used a free streaming platform, Ustream.
Ustream, yep.
So I put it on
Okay,
Ustream, sending the signal through Ustream. I found different broadcasting platforms that I could use. You know, before these broadcasting platforms come, I tried a lot. You know what I mean, to try and see which one would be perfect. I even tried getting Comcast internet on its own, but Comcast internet couldn't withstand the continuous use of the bandwidth. So I bounced to Verizon instead, and Verizon has an uninterrupted internet. You know what I mean? So it was perfect. So then, as I was streaming on Ustream, I got an attention of a company in New York, and they reached out to me. They call themselves Netcaster Media. So they reached out to me and they were like, "Oh, yo, we like your platform. We like the ideology of what you're doing and things like that. That, you know, how would you like to expand your reach?" And I was like, "Okay, what do you guys do?" They said they have a box that you can send signals into, and you can hook it up to your TV to watch TV and everything. So I was like, okay. So I first tested it out. It was good. I was like, oh, I like this and things like that. So when I saw that, okay, then he now sent me a sample of the box, and I hooked it up and I could see my channel. At that time, my channel was numbered channel 52 on his box. So it gave me a terrestrial platform. So I could now start telling people, oh, you can watch the channel on so channel. You know what I mean? So it gave me the numbered channel opportunity that I needed. So I thought, okay, since now I've had a numbered channel opportunity, let me go further. So I reached out to Comcast, Verizon, Cox, Bell in Canada.
Wow.
In Nigeria, TV, Comsat, DSTV,
And all this by
and
yourself?
StarTime, yeah.
Wow.
And StarTime. I reached out to all these people. I got rejected by all of them.
Hey, rejection again.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got rejected by all of them, and I was like, "Oh, this is getting too much. Like, how am I gonna be able to push this platform?" So the next thing that came to my mind was like, okay, there was an advisor one of them gave me. I think that was Comcast or Verizon. I can't remember. He said, "Go out there and make a lot of noise." You know what I'm saying? If you become really viral and popular, one of these days, one of them will definitely have no choice, but they have to pick you up.
Yeah.
Because you're extremely viral. You're getting a lot of people watching your channel. He said your platform is unique because we don't even have it in the US.
Right.
So due to that fact, it can work. So I was encouraged. Then when I started seeing UK's entertainment industry completely embracing Afrobeat, having their own radio stations, their own TV sections, and I was like, one time a man came to me and said, "Am I not going to relocate to the UK like this? Just carry my television and go back to UK, man. It will be all smooth. I don't have this stress."
Right.
So I was like, but I was like, let me just, it doesn't matter. Let me just try and see if I can battle it. I'm the only one anyway. So
Yeah.
the only people that are also kind of TV Sahara reporters.
Yeah.
So we're the only two. They do news, I do entertainment. So it's a perfect mix.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was gonna ask.
Not
like,
much
why not?
competition.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we don't. For live stream, continuous live stream, we don't really have competition.
Right.
You know what I mean? Most people divert to Facebook, but you can only broadcast at a certain amount of time, length and time on Facebook. But so I now said, okay, you know what? I'm gonna stop there. Then I stayed with the New York company. Can't name them for copyright reasons.
Yeah.
And it was going well until some few things happened. Kedu TV went further than I expected because another company again reached out to me thinking that it was a good company. And I sent a signal. And 6 months contract, after 6 months we're going to see how we can arrange it. Crazily enough, they sold my signal to more platforms. So to the point that people started thinking Kedu TV was owned by a Ghanaian team.
Wow.
Like if you go on YouTube and you type IPTV search like Kodi or something like that, when you can get IPTV stuff on Kodi and things, you would see Kedu TV listed. On it. Why you on YouTube? It shocked me myself that I was looking through YouTube to try and study how I was going to divert to Jumbo, and I just saw Kedu TV on the list, and I was like, "How did it get there?" One of my colleagues that works with me, who just walked in basically, he came to my home with Amazon Fire Stick. And he told me that Kedu TV is on Amazon Fire Stick. I'm like, how? How did he get there? Then we reviewed it and we found out like he had over 500,000 viewer capacity. So that means over 500,000 people were able to watch Kedu TV on that platform, on Roku, on Android apps and Google and iPhone apps of all the broadcasting companies, all the companies that try to show channels. Like if you download some apps and you want to watch some different channels, Kedu TV was listed.
Right.
So it was now running on the bandwidth. So this other company, I found out, and I told the distribution company that, look, this is what's going on. So let's change the codes. But through the whole communication, some things didn't go well because he wanted to retain the code, I guess, for reasons he didn't want to let me know. And they wanted to start charging me for it to maintain that code. And I was like, I'm not going to pay you for something I want you to change.
Right.
So it didn't go well. So we we
Part
parted
ways.
ways. So that basically made me have to restart. So before I could, then I sent it back. But before I did that, before that transition occurred, I've already started making Plan B now.
Of course not.
Sharp guy.
Okay.
So my colleague again that walked in, I said, you know what? Why don't you just design our own app? So boom, that was the first thing. So we first designed a cool enough app. We had the app that we have out now is not the app that we
Had before.
that we are we're
Currently
going to
running.
be having.
Oh.
So this app right now that is run is basically like
A beta app.
a beta app. You know what I'm saying? For people to know that such a thing
Things
exists.
exist, yeah.
But the main app we're going to be running, the UI is completely different from the UI that's running right now. So from there, we now basically went towards that transition and transitioned into that. And when we started sending our signal to the app, we just pulled our signal from the other piece, and that's how that went.
Kedu TV, right? And like they're playing Afrobeat, and I was actually checking out the app too. Like this,
You
I did download the app. I've
Mm-hmm.
been like hard on it, for this past week. Been watching it, just playing with the thing. And then now he's telling me that, this is the
Everything
beta.
makes sense.
Like this is the beta. They're coming out with the real app. Like, I can't wait to see this, man. I can't wait to see this.
How is it just gonna be like integrated switch or like an update, or you're gonna have people download a whole new app?
That is one thing I might not be able to answer as of yet, because when I trying to see how the app can be done, the first company I went to told me that I'm going to spend almost close to like $25,000 to design, for them to design that app that I just showed them, because
The specific app that you want.
because I went to I got it designed. I got the UI designed by another company when I told them exactly how I wanted the app to look. Then when
For people who don't know what a UI is, like what is it?
UI is the interface of how you see an app.
Okay,
You know what I
okay.
mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's just how you see the app. It's the way you see when you open Facebook, the way it looks. You know what I'm saying? And how each page should look.
Yeah.
So that's basically what a UI for an app is. So I had that designed. I had that UI designed for that app, and it's meant to be a combination of different kind of apps that I've gone through in years.
Now I know saying like your motto or slogan is bridging borders.
Yes. Okay. Bridging border, it means we want to break that barrier of how things is, how the perception of Africans are in the United States or anywhere else in the world.
But here's the thing, though. I mean, like I'm just
There's no border now.
no,
How can there
listen.
be border?
Africa
I
is
see where it's trying to go with this. Go ahead.
there are about 40-something countries in Africa. But when I went to the website to the app,
Yeah.
it's only Nigeria.
Okay. Good question.
I know it's hard to cover all of Africa,
Okay.
but
The thing there is that because limited amount of team. You know what I mean? We don't have that large scale of people that work for us or work with us. Like people I'm gonna throw a name out there, like notjustokay.com. When he first started, most of his content was Nigerian. You know what I mean? I know him. I know OVA myself personally. So most of his contents were Nigerian. But you can see now if you go to notjustokay.com, he's been able to divide the website into different sections.
Yeah.
So there's East Africa, there's South Africa, and there's West Africa. So it was easy. So when I did Kedu TV, the first thing I looked at is target the English-speaking countries first. That it's easier for their music to be accepted and to be known.
Right.
So the three countries was Ghana, Nigeria, and South Africa. So in regards to music being played on Kedu TV, that yes. In regards to news and information, is Nigeria, because why? We don't have people in Ghana or in South Africa that can be giving us information about what is happening. Because the thing there is that at first, when the whole thing started, I wanted it to be almost typical, like you get blogging news that everybody's blogging about and put it. But I was like, no, I don't want to do that. I want us to have our own news, create our own news. You know what I mean? Like if there's something that we're part of or we're doing that is exclusive, let it be our news. So that's why for now, if you look at our app, it's not as recent like if you look at some other people's pages that are into entertainment. You go to like 20 or 30 major bloggers and they're all carrying the same news. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if you go to Kedu TV, you just see it skips. It stops right there. Unless if it's a news that they have no choice that they have to carry. So that's the reason why we go out there, like our Nigerian team, we have a team in Nigeria that they go out there, go to interview celebrities themselves. We don't wait for celebrity interviews that other people have to put it in ours. So they go out there to do it themselves. They go out there to get event coverages and make sure that we get the access into it straight. Not that we can copy pictures from other people that have posted it up. Or videos,
and then put it on your platform.
and put it on. So that's exactly what we're trying to do, that on our own without the need of us depending on outside resources.
So you're just trying to differentiate yourself from all these other platforms.
That just it. So we don't want it to be like, oh, although we would like to also give courtesy, like when you watch some TV programs, you see where it says, "Oh, courtesy of this." That means they got the content from there.
Right.
But at the moment, no courtesy.
how can artists actually get their videos, music to play on Kedu TV?
It's easy. Just contact us. I think one of the major problems would one of our shows, Top of the Charts. Although it's on break right now because the lady is going through some personal family issues.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, like with the shows that you guys have, you got about 4 or 5.
Yes.
I was wondering if this is just like a show that's already established that you just host on your side. It's actually content that you guys are creating. Like,
yeah, we have contents that we're creating, and we have shows that is a collaboration creation. Like one of the shows right now that is shot by Unilag students. It's a collaboration thing. They first shot the first season on their own, but because we have a studio in Nigeria, so they're going to be using the studio. They're shooting the next season in Kedu TV studio in Nigeria. So
going back to my question, like how can artists actually get their
so it's easy. They can send us an email and send their what they call it to us. Sorry, my phone goes off a lot.
This man's a businessman. Yeah, people
I get texts and it's crazy, I know. The thing is that it's easy, but we're having a problem. We get more content sent to us by Afrobeat artists in the UK and Afrobeat artists in Nigeria than Afrobeat artists in the US.
But this is the problem though, because I actually sat here and didn't find an email, and then send that to put you on the spot.
Email address?
Yeah, on the website.
There is.
Like
it's
if you
not
go
an email address.
There's a section where you go put in your information and submit. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can submit. If you
so it's easy then.
It's very easy. Even on the app.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, right now, since we have major plug, this is major plug right here. We're just gonna plug some people in.
So is it like you upload it yourself, or like there's nobody, like you have like people who are reviewing it and say, hey, I like this, some of the posts though?
The thing there is that 2 things. You send it in to us, and it will take a while for us to review it. Why? Because it's limited resources. So unless if it is someone directly talking to me.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm not trying to say like in a way that being pompous or anything like that. No. If someone can, if their emails can reach me, like there are times when I receive an email, because my email address is not really out there. So when I send an email, I'm like, first thing comes to my mind is, how did you get my email address?
Right.
How did you get my email address?
When somebody is desperate, man.
Like a guy told me, dude, I went all out to get your email address. Yeah, but the thing there is that all these other resources of contacts is easy. I will say this, we get more people talking to us via Instagram, Facebook and Twitter, then they speak to us on
The platform.
Email.
on the normal easiest platform. You know what I mean? And we're trying to accommodate everything as possible. As in we don't have a large team that controls every section. You know what I mean? So we try to do as much as we can.
Yeah. Let's branch it out a little bit, right? Okay. Because we really have to touch this before we run out of time.
Okay.
Jumbo digitals.
Okay.
And you touched on it a little bit, prior to your intro. Okay. How did you tie in Kedu TV with Jumbo TV? Or, for a better question, knowing that they gave you that box for you to try, with your own URL and all whatnot. How did you take that and make it your own?
Okay. First of all, I have a business partner who's a programmer, my guy. You know who you are, man. Anyway,
shout out to the business partner out there, man. Whoever you are, yeah.
We have an agreement, right?
Yes, sir.
Anyway, so my business partner, who is an amazing programmer, and with my help, also, so we came up together, and we thought, okay, putting Kedu TV on a box alone, it might not be satisfying. Mm-hmm. Like, you're not going to just sit on your TV and just watching Kedu TV all day.
Yeah.
We want you to watch it all day, but we're being realistic here. And depriving you of the access of, having your typical channels like Cinemax, HBO, Fox, and stuff like that will be difficult as well. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So we had to think, how can we make this happen and put everything in one box? You know what I mean? So we did a massive research, and as it is right now, our demand, the demand that we're getting for our box, we can't meet it. Mm. As it is right now, we're owing so many people boxes, we can't meet that demand.
Wow.
Because by the time they finally realized our product, it blew a lot of people's mind wide open. You know what I mean?
Bro, that's money.
So, as it is, what Jumbo Digital Media is a similar thing to your Comcast, Verizon, Cox boxes. As I said, when I got refused, I go open my own.
You go open your own. Rejection is just a stepping stone to greatness.
Thank you.
You got bronze, you got platinum, you got
we have different
bundle,
packages.
gold.
Yeah. So what happens is that we have over close to 3,500 channels.
What?
And we cover different languages and different countries. And it gives us the opportunity to be able to touch everybody at a flat rate, you know what I'm saying, which makes it easier. No matter how you're trying to compare your present package that you're receiving with Comcast or Verizon, it can never beat ours. It can't.
So my question to you is this, right? And I thought about this. I've been thinking about this for a day or two since I spoke to your assistant and stuff, and he told me, you have all these channels in one box. How is that possible? I mean, well, the possibility is there, but how do you, business-wise, how do you talk to all these different brands and say, okay, I want to package all of you in one thing and give it out to customers?
If I tell you that, I have to shoot you now. You want to expose my great secret.
You want all the keys.
You want, I love competition, but at the same time, I must beware.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
The thing there is that, we had the grace of God on our side, mm-hmm. that, we gave them an offer that they couldn't refuse, and it made everything very easy. But the main thing that we're trying to do with Jumbo, which was the main engineering aspect of it, was the rejection factor. Mm-hmm. The thing there is that a lot of people who do Facebook Live, YouTube Live, mm-hmm. the reason why they had this angle to do all this is because all these major networks rejected them from having their own personal channels.
Like us, yeah.
Like you. Mm-hmm. But Kedu TV can give you a number to channel. Jumbo will be able to give you a number channel on our platform. So you can have your own number. You can always say, oh, you can watch me on so number. But then we now decide to create 2 sections: Jumbo with the whole America, UK, different countries. Then Jumbo Extra with people who require number channels. You know what I'm saying? So we put everybody there. So we didn't want anybody to feel out of place. We even put Kedu TV there too.
Right.
So there's some other companies that are there. And as it is, a lot of radio stations that are based in the US here, that probably some of them you guys know, like ABL radio stations and High Life radio stations, they are all on the Jumbo Box as it is, you know what I mean, right now. So they all have their own numbers, you know what I'm saying? So all the way to New York radio stations, New Jersey, UK, Nigeria, some of them that we've made affiliations with, they all have their own radio station signals on our box.
Tight. Guy. The future will be long.
Amen.
Receive it.
I don't reject that, my brother.
So, like, how do you want to impact people with Jumbo Kedu TV?
Yeah.
I just want people to understand one thing. We're not here to, how can I put it? We're not here to change your perspective of how you should enjoy entertainment. You know what I'm saying? In short,
You just want to bridge that gap and bring something that they don't have.
we want to bridge it. We want to create that border. We want to just break it. So we tear it away. So there's no barriers saying, oh, because your thing is in Nigeria, we can't watch it. On our box, you can watch NTA, AIT. You know what I'm saying? So we want to be able to give that opportunity. So what we're trying to do here is that give the community, give striving business owners, small business owners, the opportunity that they can never get from the major platforms. You know, like Kedu TV now is doing, although we have another one that we're soon going to be announcing, but the Festive Africa in Maryland.
Center.
You know, we broadcast that live. So broadcasting that live gives you an opportunity to place your adverts. You know what I'm saying? Let people see what you sell, because they themselves, they have land advertising or vendors, people who are there. And on air advertising will now give the people who are at home watching to be able to see.
And local artists as well.
And local artists, you know what I'm saying? Giving local artists the opportunity, because there was another thing I noticed in the local artists is a lot of them don't have their own kind of significant platform. Like, that's now, true. If they're going to do an award right now, say, oh, we're doing the African Music Award, they're going to be bringing artists from Africa.
Yeah, that's true.
They won't embrace the ones here. But go to the UK, Mobile Awards. For an African artist, to win the Mobile Awards is an achievement. You know what I'm saying? Because you know that you're significant in the eyes of the UK citizens. But in the United States, it's not like that. If we do an African Entertainment Award in the United States, it only involves African artists coming here. You know what I'm saying? In the times of, what's his name again? What's his name of that, my favorite friend? What's his name? I'm trying to remember his name. Ben Terereng.
What's that guy's name?
Speed Darlington.
Yeah, I forgot.
That got pissed off that Trump is giving them visas to come to this country.
Oh man!
So in his term, it's really unfair for Afrobeat artists, African business owners here not to be able to make dollars. You know what I mean? It's really unfair.
Where do you see the African or Nigerian entertainment industry right now?
Oh, we don't slap faces now. We've taken when Jamaicans raga, bashment and everything was a wave. So I think that's era reggaeton too. That era has passed. So now it's Afrobeat. So it's just era. Our era is shining now.
So let me ask you this, right? Because we've had guests on here and we've spoken about artists such as Wizkid, Davido, and all whatnot. And they say, Wizkid has taken a different platform. He's not just Afrobeats no more. He's incorporating all these different styles to it. Yeah, all of that. What's your thought on that?
Okay. First of all, Wizkid is doing an amazing job. I love his work. I've been a big fan of the guy. Like when I came to Nigeria, when I went to Nigeria, then that his song that he was "Holla at Your Boy." I met it when I got there, and I just had good talent.
Yeah.
What he's done, to take a while for a lot of Africans to be able to bridge that border. He bridged the border. It's as simple as that. Like he has taken Afrobeat to another level. He's trying to show that Afrobeat doesn't have to be a specific one kind of sound. It can be any kind of sound, but the Afrobeat is the singing, the words, the way we say our words when we're singing, the
rhythm,
passion,
vibe,
and everything. Like he used reggaeton beats to do Davido. You know what I'm saying? Davido not be reggaeton voice. You know what I mean? So he did that, and he's just. I think right now Wizkid is not out.
Ish.
We're only seeing
what?
no, for real, bro. Wizkid is not out. We're only seeing his beta version. He's only testing out the new style of sounds. He's trying to test himself, basically. Because Wizkid of the time, Wizkid, to me, I felt like Wizkid had different levels.
Yeah,
when he
that's
did
true.
that, Holla at Your Boy, he was at one level. When he did that, Bakurumo, he was at another level.
I love my baby.
Yeah, I love my baby, you know what I mean? Then Dance for Me,
Yeah.
he was on another level. So then Wizkid now bridged that African style of music when he started incorporating different kind of Fela swag into it. You know what I mean? So he bridged the African side. Then he now did the whole African tour where everybody embraced him. That people were crazy. You know what I mean? Now he came into the US, you know what I mean, to try and see how it is. Did amazing work with Chris Brown, going on tour with him to let people know who he was, and,
Drake.
And then he bounced onto Drake. I tell you, the guy never stops.
So tell me this now. Between Wizkid and Davido, who's better?
Are you really going to ask me that question?
Yeah, really.
I
Yeah.
bet, wait. Don't. Don't
I
put
never
this
met
on
Wizkid, but I've met Davido. So I've sat down like this with Davido a couple, I think twice. One was in 2014, and one was just 2 months ago. So Wizkid and Davido.
Is it why you're going to ask me that kind of
Okay. Davido and Davido's career was an argument between myself and my cousin. I told my cousin, this guy go blow. He just said, that's when he did that song with Nato C. You know what I mean? That's how long I've been following this guy. I knew he was going to blow. I didn't even know his father was rich. You know what I mean? 30 billion in the account. But I don't think I can compare both of them because they're two different. They're
Yeah, they
too
are.
different.
They
You
are.
know what I mean?
They're two giants. You
know what
just
I mean?
gotta
They're
let it
two
be.
giants. You have to let them battle it. You know what I'm saying? Basically, it's like say you want to go and stop two lioness from fighting. Like
All man go dodge this question, but there's no problem. We'll move on.
Being that you've had say lots of rejection.
yeah,
You've been in the music and TV entertainment industry. You know what I mean? And you've seen the in and outs. You're still in it. And there's a lot of artists that out there who want to break through it. What is your advice for the artists that's like, man, I get the talents, but I don't know how to do this thing. I don't know how to break through and shine so people can see it.
what I'm about to say, man, I know a lot of people, but I gotta say it. It's not everybody that's talented just because you want to do music. A lot of people think they're talented because they're doing music. They believe like, oh, if so producer that made a beat for Wizkid or anybody does a beat for me, I go blow. Nah, it doesn't work out like that. It's just everybody cannot be Wizkid, everybody cannot be Davido, everybody cannot be one of those broken out artists. You know what I mean? It's gonna be difficult. But if you believe and if you have someone that can actually be a reference to your sound or your vocals and they think that you've got it and you want to be out there, the first thing you should do is humble yourself. You know what I mean? Like, be humble, because out there it's difficult for you to be accepted. You know what I'm saying? Because new things is hard to accept.
Yeah.
So you're just coming there. You're a competition to a lot of people. Music is heard every day. And even the artists that are there right now, they don't stop making music. So it's difficult for them to just say, oh, let me take a break and listen to this new person. You know what I'm saying? And if you believe that you have what it takes, I would say keep at it. Try and spend a lot of money. Just know that you're going to be spending a lot of money. So spend a lot of money and just keep pushing until, I know, as I said, like, okay, me, I've gone through rejections, but when I went through my rejections.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's the best advice?
Because I have an influence.
Yeah. What's the best advice that you've had?
The thing there is that, like, when I got my own rejections, I didn't keep trying to push to force them to accept me. I just had to find another solution to the rejection so that it will create my own identity. You know what I mean? So if someone who's in the music industry is trying to break out there and he can't find that break, find another way that can create that break. That's just it. Don't go through the same route that everybody is going through, because you have to know one thing. Everybody that broke out in this music or entertainment industry is not the same story. So if you're saying, this person do this, now make him blow, it won't be yours. You know what I'm saying? Because that's his own story. That's his own path. You know what I'm saying? I will use Wizkid for example too. Again, he came out, he did that Holla at Your Boy way before Banky W even saw him. You know what I mean? Then Banky W took him and he went to another direction. When he became big, he went to Tiny Temper. You know what I'm saying? To give him the UK flavor, Malik Berry. You know what I mean? Where now Malik Berry get confidence now to be an artist himself. You know what I mean? So he bounced from Malik Berry, he bounced, go this way, Skepta, Drake, you know what I'm saying? So he went through different kind of trees before he got to where we all know him now. You know what I mean? And that has been the influence that he has created for a lot of other Afrobeat artists that day to day are looking, okay, you know what? It's not a straight path anymore. You have to start finding other exits. You know what I mean?
Man, what's the biggest change in your life that you've made, right, that worked out best for you?
Getting rid of people that stress me out. Let me just put it like that.
It's easy as that.
Yeah.
It's easy as that.
How do you define success?
That's the answer of somebody who is like success. It's not. He's still grasping from it.
Man, when you're poor, you go find success. You go find that success. When poverty knock your head, you look for that success somewhere or the other. Definition of success not be one thing, my brother. That answer. Me, I still find my own. You know what I mean? When I find mine, I'll tell you.
What like in entertainment, right? How important is collaboration to you?
It is, it depends what part of entertainment. That's the thing. What part of entertainment are you asking me about?
Okay, for example, Jumbo TV and Kedu TV. Like, does that require a lot of collaboration, or is it something that a single person could just jump off and run with?
Okay, you see, Jumbo TV, Jumbo Digital and Kedu TV, it helps both of them, because Kedu TV is TV that goes out there, does live broadcasts, sends it to Jumbo. Jumbo now gives you the access to see it in your home. So that's the collaboration. But Kedu TV, if he does it on his own, that means Kedu TV is only app or website, or typical Facebook or typical YouTube. But how many people really will want to sit down and pull out a laptop and say, I want to watch one live show on Facebook on my laptop.
Not that many
The
people.
comfort of you
Yeah.
picking up your remote control and just flipping channels is the main goal. So it is important for you to have a kind of affiliation and collaboration with things, but overdoing it sometimes too is too much. It depends. That's why I say it depends on what aspect of it. If it's music, sometimes it's too much if you keep collaborating because it doesn't create you as it doesn't give you an identity.
The identity,
of,
right.
you know what I mean, of yourself. Because that means now if you want to go and perform your song on stage, you're going to begin to call, bros, what time are you going to be able to make it to?
No, that's very
those,
true.
You know what I mean? So there are different ways collaboration helps, and there are different ways it doesn't really help.
Man,
That's solid.
bruh, you got lots of layers in you, man, that we can sit here and peel for hours.
Yeah. That's
But
true.
I think you've dropped enough keys for the audience to take a lot from, especially me even.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nah, man, it's yeah.
Because that's an artist. He's an artist.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He just
Oh, I
dropped.
think I heard when
Yeah.
you were saying his video,
Yeah.
and I was shaking my head. Okay, you two, you're among them, Abby.
I'm among them.
You're the striving one too.
So what's next? What's next for you as Kedu TV and Jumbo Digital?
Yeah. And how can people follow you on social?
First of all, social media, everything is simple. Kedu TV. That's it. It's now KEDU TV. Yeah, that's it. Jumbo, we have the social media platforms, but we've not really put anything on it because it's still a new company. We're still pushing it as hard as we can. As I said, as it is right now, like I see you're going through the website, those boxes, we can't get a lot of them right now because it's
The demand is high.
my brother.
Business is good.
I didn't expect it this way. I'm not gonna lie.
Business is good.
Yeah, I won't lie. Like it's looking good. You know what I
Okay.
mean, we thank God it's looking good. We have over close to 200 users right now within 4 or 5 months that we've been running, and majority of them are that's another thing. Majority of them are not even Africans.
Wow.
They are more white and Chinese and Filipinos and Black Americans. I can say my African customers are probably like 10, and they're all
200.
Texas.
Shite.
I don't have any African customers
In the DMV.
In DMV now. And I know how big Africa. You know how we Nigerians are now. We could think the thing like 13 billion times. But when you want to go and get Comcast, you only thought of it once.
Yep.
That's fact.
I'm going to get Verizon or I'm going to get Comcast. Can you get my box? What does it do? I'll tell you everything. Does it do this? I only want one channel, but I'm giving you everything. You don't have to pay extra. You know what I mean? So,
I was just gonna ask you, like, from the outside looking in, it seems like Nigerians support each other a lot, but
no. That is truly false. It's true Nigerians tend to support others, and it's false to believe that they completely support each other. No.
That's the first thing.
There is more support between the Ghana community, between the South African community, between the East African community.
yeah, definitely East Africa.
But especially East African community. But the Nigerian community is like a dog park. Everybody wants to eat first.
I'm on one chop.
I want to chop my own first before I eat it. So
Hey.
the Nigerian community is not as supportive. So that's why when I see Nigerians who are trying to work together, I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying?
Dope.
Man, Lasbrey, Junior Akamike.
Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Nah, man, it's
Man,
been a
we've been-
pleasure.
It's been a pleasure, man. Like, you don't understand like the amount of information that I just soaked out of you right now. You know what I mean? Like, so much we've heard, so much we're gonna keep hearing. As you keep going big, definitely come back. We could talk more about Jumbo TV and everything that you began into. Flex, man, towards the owners.
Yeah, man. First of all, our hearts and prayers, thoughts go out to the victims and the families of those who lost their life in Texas right now. The shooting,
Hold on.
27 dead.
Yeah, 27.
And
Hold on,
30
hold on,
injured,
hold
yeah.
on. Let me cut you short real
Yeah,
quick,
yeah.
right? And please, people, don't take this the wrong way, right? The prayers will always be there, but the country needs to work on this gun control thing.
Definitely, man.
Definitely, man.
Because I feel like we keep saying that pray.
Yeah, we keep saying thoughts and
and
prayers,
you know,
man.
definitely,
Yeah,
I, you know, a lot of people say I don't pray. I'm a praying man. I pray, but we got to do something, man. We got to do something. Congress and Mr. President, please, let's do something about this gun control.
Yeah.
Whatever it is,
You
this
guys
killing's
want
got to
us control
stop.
the guns?
Nah, we exercising free speech and calling our elected officials to do something
about it.
I support
about
the
it.
gun, though.
We can talk about that. Ain't nobody trying to take your right to bear arms.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, man. Like, just
Ain't
keep it
nobody-
away from people who are gonna hurt other.
I'm with you on that. You know what I'm saying? You
I
can
can't stay
bear
in a
arms.
state that is not.
Yeah, I mean,
That's just me.
Hey, you been watching Stuck in the Middle podcast?
Follow us on all social platforms at SITM Podcast. You know, subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Yes, sir.
Instagram, Twitter, Facebook.
And don't forget to review the show. And
Yeah, man.
if you like this episode, share it too. We appreciate Lasbrey Jr. coming through, and send us an email, stuckintthemiddle237@gmail.com.
Next week we will be hosting Neek Schultz,
Yeah, man. All you
plant-based nutrition,
all you vegans,
educator.
all you whole food eaters, all
lifestyle
you
people
meat
want
eaters,
to-
lifestyle, gymies, all these people.
everybody, man. Just
Be sure to tune in tomorrow.
Yeah,
I mean, next week.
Yeah.
You already know. AK, man, it's been a pleasure.
likewise. man.
Lasbrey again. Thank you so
Thank
much
you,
for
sir.
coming.
It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, man.
Reflex, man. You have,
Stuck in the
you
middle.
have to hit up Lasbrey, man. But man, we're stuck in the middle.
And we out.
All right.